got a virgin in the seat.
Yep.
Congratulations. You were talking about the jiu-jitsu gym that just signed up, right?
Yeah, they just signed the lease, so we're gonna have another.
Come on, man. Boulevard Boys is in the building.
Boulevard Boys.
That was the whole plan right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, people don't know. Like when we've been seeing honors over here. This was a plaza that we was definitely thinking about doing something. So when I had moved out here, Josh was my barber at the time, and he had a little studio salon. It was just like a one-person salon, and I was like, "Oh, this is tight for one person." You know what I mean? He told me at the time that his dream was to open his own barbershop. So I was like, "Bro, if you get a barbershop, let me open a podcast studio in the back because I'm looking for a podcast studio." And I was with Sticky Paws at the time, and we just been going. He went to a new barbershop, Phase of Glory. Down there, what, north? We call that north?
East.
Yep. And then I had to travel that far to go get my hair cut. I was like, okay, this is getting a little out of hand.
Pretty good neighborhoods out there too, though, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Section 8.
It's not for nothing. Section 8 is good haircuts out there. But it was, I mean, something like, we know in the Bay, he's from the Bay, he's from San Jose. So when I came out here, the Bay culture is like big on barbershops and, just stuff that we have, you guys come from Hawaii and us coming to Vegas, where it was always a conversation about having our own business. When we seen honors pop up over here, I remember my cousin Lucky had his church in this plaza. So I was like, man, what? And actually, Josh was going to do a festival in this parking lot.
Yeah.
A long time ago, right?
Yeah, Typhoon Fest.
So that's how we actually met. He had hit me up talking about Typhoon Fest.
Yeah.
And he had DM'd me. And I remember he DM'd me and was like, hey, is it cool we could talk about my festival? I remember it DM'd me. It was him and his ex-girlfriend at the time. We met him at Taco y Taco on Eastern.
Oh, yeah.
And right when I got out of the car, I was like, fuck these motherfuckers want. So we went in there. He told me about his festival at the time. It was a dope idea. And I was already currently doing festivals at the time as well. And I was just like, it'd be cool for what this space was. But I didn't know how big he wanted it to have it. Because I think you did a Typhoon. When was your first Typhoon festival?
It was right after COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right after you had CRSB.
No, I had fuck.
Who did you have
Big
that
Mike.
time? Yeah, okay, yeah, Big Mike on that one.
You had Michelle Obama?
But like, how did the Typhoon Festival come about again? You
Are we saying Thai food or Typhoon?
Typhoon. Yeah.
TYPOOON.
I thought we were talking about Thai food.
Well, technically,
Thai food.
Shit, it was just something off of COVID. I was like, fuck, I could throw a party. I could throw a festival, So I just fucking drew it up one time. I was just looking for new ways to make money and help.
For people that don't know, what is a Typhoon festival?
You know what a typhoon is?
Yeah, literally that's what
it's like a tropical storm.
Gets people with eyes like me. Yes, I do.
Yeah. I mean, shit, it was crazy though. I had like race cars and stuff like that.
But what was the basis behind the name? Why did you call it Typhoon Festival?
Well, because it was just like a thing to bring the community together. It was like an AAPI thing, helping out the AAPI community. I had like vendors from Cali. We did a barber battle. It was like a whole mix of things.
Yeah. When he told me about this festival, I said, yeah, this festival is not going to go nowhere. But I seen the vision he was trying to do for it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I started in humble beginnings like that festival as well. It was like an idea, and it was just a striking idea of what you can do with it. Yeah. At that time, I was doing big festivals at the time, and when he had asked to meet up with me, I was like, hey, it just depends on what you want to do. So we had a couple of meetings here in this plaza. I guess some dude had a spot way in the back by the building.
Yeah, dope exchange.
Dope exchange. So I went and had a meeting with there, and I was like, it could work. And this is before they had the parking
redone.
Yeah, the parking structure redone. So I don't think it ever went through though. It never went through.
Nah, never did.
But through that time, he was still cutting my hair weekly. And when he was cutting my hair weekly, I was like, we were looking at dope exchange actually, and I was like, I want to be closer to where Raleigh was at, to where Honor was at, because it's such a huge plaza. If you guys don't know,
it's a big difference.
Where South Las Vegas Boulevard is 9175. It's huge. But like, if you're coming on Las Vegas Boulevard, which you want to be a part of, because that's like the sell, right?
Yeah.
I wanted, if we were gonna do something, to be like there, and we seen you were like right there. So I think when he told me about Dope Exchange, he was like, you could do your podcast studio back there. And I looked at it, I was like, it's cool. It's hella far.
Right. When you look at it, it's like, okay, it's at the back of the mall. But when you go to the back of the plaza and you look forward, you're like, oh, bro.
It's the difference of being the Las Vegas Strip and being on the freeway.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're in fucking bumfuck Egypt over
there. So when I had looked at it, I was like, I'll get back to you. So, we kept throwing around the idea. And then I guess Josh had said, hey, I'm going to go look at this spot next to Raleigh's next door. So I think initially Josh had looking at the property already and was already going to go forward with the barbershop. And I think when he did that, I said, hey, just don't forget about me because I want to get the back part of it. And I think me and Josh had a couple meetings. He had a couple investors. You guys know with business, you got to have good people that believe in your projects. And I think at the time, Josh, investors fell through.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, we'll just have to look some more. So it was at that moment in time, I was like, nah, we can't let this go. Because it was an opportunity. Yeah. Especially because it was like next to honors. You know, I just seen the vision. I just seen a bigger vision of like what we've been currently doing. Like we haven't even been here, less than 6 months, but I seen it. So I got partnered up with my brother, my collective team, shout out to Big Body Collective, my brother CB. And I said, look, we have this opportunity to kind of get this space to do a barbershop podcast studio. So of course my partners at the time was like, where the hell did the barbershop come from? Because that was never in our initial plans. We were supposed to just get a podcast studio. And I said, look, I get my haircut every week. And when people are in Vegas, people want haircuts every time they're in Vegas. So to me, it was a no-brainer to kind of say, hey, let's sit down. So we kind of sat down with Josh. Like, look, you run the barbershop part, I'll run the back part as far as podcast studio. And it was still an idea. We're still dealing with the owner, still dealing with Raleigh saying, hey, should we do this? Should we not do this? So all these obstacles were in the way. And I think there was a God-sent sign for us and me and my team to kind of say, dude, if we don't do this now, we're never going to do it. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs that have these opportunities always don't do it and then wish they did it. And I didn't want to regret that. And just because Josh's investors fell through doesn't mean that we could get more investors. And I think, God forbid we had got someone to invest in us and we did it. And he had the name The Shack. So people were asking where The Shack came from. The name of his salon was The Shack when I first was getting my haircut out here. And I was always kind of dope because he had it was one person shack. He had like the shack little things over there. I was like, okay, this is really like a shack. So I didn't want to we could have came in and just changed the whole name. Like, we want to restart something. But I kind of kept it to what Josh's dream was of having the shack be. I said, we're going to keep the name. You know what I mean? So, when you have partners in business, everyone has a few of their own ideas they want to do. But I think something that I told my team, I said, we're going to keep the shack because it can be cuts and culture. And when we say cuts and culture, they got the cuts part down. The culture we kind of bring as the shack kind of going the same thing with the island theme and, us being in the island demographic. So it worked out for us. My son, Jalen, my brother, Brand got together with some of the graphic design. We came up, we kind of altered the one he had. Because his shack logo at first was horrible.
Did it look like a shack?
I don't know. It was like a barber pole with a few things that I think Uncle Tone did. Shout out Coney, man. Revere Tattoo out there in the Bay. But when he did it.
It was trash, Uncle Tone.
He initially showed me and I was like, that's cool to add to what we were going to do. So I said, let's just have that as an element of what we're going to do. So it's hard for me to kind of trust myself in saying we're going to do a barbershop when I have no experience in owning a barbershop except being cut. But I knew that I was always in a barbershop twice a week to either get cut up before a podcast or either get cut up before a show. It's for men, it's like a necessity.
Oh yeah. I cut my hair every week too.
Yeah,
I'm cutting my hair every week.
And you're talking about cutting your hair where I was cutting my hair every week when it was $20. Now you're looking at $80 haircuts with the beard and everything. And I was like, this is a lucrative business. So when I caught seeing what Josh was talking about, say, how many barbers are we going to have? I was good with 8.
Yeah.
But he was thinking big picture. He was like, let's do 16 was initially.
Yeah, 16.
And I was like, 16? You trying to do a barber college up in here? But I said, look, let's negotiate because we were thinking, okay, each chair. So we ended up with 14 chairs, which we have 14 chairs now. And the process was just, it was more or less being over here, seeing how Honors gets down, going to other businesses to see how they're kind of thriving in Vegas. It's all word of mouth. Yeah. It's all on the buzz you create. You could be anywhere in Las Vegas, but if you create the right buzz, you could bring them to your spot. And I think that's what a lot of people are not understanding in Vegas. They're like, I'm kind of scared to do it in Vegas. It don't matter where you open your business in Vegas if you can get the right buzz and create the traffic that we create. Because we can create the traffic on our own. Imagine the other people that don't know who we are, just kind of piggybacking. So we already got a following of what we have. We're talking about the Honors following. We're talking about, the Big Body following, the Western Conference following. So we were just saying, this is going to be the spot. So the more we kind of put that into fruition, it was kind of let's talk about grand opening. I've never done a grand opening for a business before. I've always seen it on TV where they cut the ribbon. And so even before that part.
How cool is that part though?
It was pretty fucking cool. It was too cool where I cut it before he even cut it. Yeah. That's how excited I was. Yeah. But when it's in construction phase, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see it. Every time we were going there and the construction was going, I was like, I don't see it.
I was in there though.
You was low-key stressed.
All stressed. I think what I've seen with you guys, they're like, oh, when's the barbershop goes? Like, I don't think it's ever going to open. But I think just having the vision, visionaries have vision.
I could see the vision like from when you guys started the first demo.
Oh yeah, like
saw the vision.
when we did the demo, like when it was, because it was a travel agency before. So you had these walls up, you had carpet up in there, and like you really have to be a visionary to kind of start seeing like. Then I started seeing the plans go. Like shout out Marty, shout out the team. But I was like, okay, this is gonna be here. But you know, as I'm in the entertainment industry, I never built anything before my life. I mean, I used to work construction back in the day, but kind of seeing it, the dream come to a reality. Like little by little, walls are going up. Then the podcast studio wall, and I was like, okay, this is getting real. Then it's like, okay, oh, this wall's out of place. I was like, oh, this room needs to be bigger. Oh, it's cool. Like, you're talking about knocking down a whole wall to make a room bigger where, you know, that's cost money too. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a change fee for all this stuff too. So I think believing in the team, believing in what Josh was going to bring to the table, believing what my team was going to bring to the table, it's not easy. You know, when you got to get into these businesses, you're into it for 5 years or whatever your lease is for, and that's a commitment, like where you're locked in. So to do all that and to kind of finally see it come to fruition, like when they put the first mirrors up,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now we doing something. And then we had Uncle Tone come and do the back wall. Like, it's, you know, now we're business owners. Like that, along with the Boulevard Boys kind of aspect of it being on Las Vegas Boulevard, like that's big to have your business have on their address, Las Vegas Boulevard.
That's what I always say. I always tell people, like, you know, open a business in Vegas. Like, there's nothing like saying, oh, where you just shop at? Las Vegas Boulevard.
And that was a sell for me.
Windmill and Decade Windmill.
Now we were
here.
going Decatur, and I was like, that's cool. But if you could roll off your tongue, we're on Las Vegas Boulevard. You know, it doesn't mean we're in the South, of course, but the way you position it, the way you use your verbiage, where it just sounds dope. Yeah, you on Las Vegas
Red
Boulevard?
Rock Resorts just announced their newest hotel and resort.
Yeah.
On the Las Vegas Strip.
Come on, man.
And it's 2 blocks south of
blocks from here.
South of here.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Shout out to our sponsor, Finley Toyota. They got a great deal going on right now. Tell them what's going on at Finley Toyota, Raleigh.
For my birthday month of September, with the purchase of any Toyota Tacoma, 4Runner, or Tundra, Toyota will be giving you. Did I say Finley Toyota?
Yeah.
I should just read it, yeah. I should just read it. I'm gonna just read it off of here because I was trying to remember it, but it's not gonna work out too good.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Shout out to our sponsor, Finley. They got a great deal going on right now.
You said Finley.
I'm gonna keep this all in, but I'm gonna have to bleep that part.
Yeah. This is harder than doing the podcast.
Oh yeah. You ready?
We need a teleprompter.
Nah, I think we're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're great. It is weird seeing you like right behind us though in the middle. Just flexing.
You said to make it add some stuff to the back. So
I know, but it's like, it's life size, right? So.
Is that thing 5'9"?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Real quick, shout out to our sponsor, Finley Toyota. They got a great deal going on right now. Tell them what Finley Toyota's got going on, Raleigh.
For the whole month of September, my birthday month, when you pick up any Toyota Tacoma, Tundra, 4Runner, Finley is giving you $500 towards your first year's registration. That's right. Before you even peel the sticker off your window or even figure out how to work Apple CarPlay, Finley Toyota is basically paying your DMV bill.
Come on down, see why Finley Toyota is Nevada's #1 Toyota volume dealer. Tacoma, Tundra, 4Runner, Camry, RAV4, they've got it all. Big thanks to Finley Toyota for supporting the show. And don't sleep, this offer ends September 30th.
Fast disclaimer voice. Dealer disclaimer. Offer available on approved credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Up to $500 towards first year's Nevada registration on his stock new Toyota's vehicles only. Contact dealer for details. Offer expires September 30th, 2025.
Shout out to Finley Toyota.
And I think like even that went into consideration when me and Josh came to pick this. We seen what the potential was. South Point was always where the family and stuff came to us. So I was like, oh, we're next to South Point. So that was like the conversation.
But even when I signed here,
Yeah.
I did like my research and they're developing luxury townhomes all around.
Yeah.
There's like 4 of them going up like within the next 2 years.
because there's one across the street where they had squatters. They kicked all the squatters
So that
out.
one's turning into one right next to the gas station, one where the trailer park is back here.
Yeah.
and then the resort is going over here.
I mean, like it's all a risk at the end of the day. Everything's a risk. But I think if you're a calculated risk taker, which I like to believe that all of us are because of what we're in now, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And that was my biggest, when Josh said, I lost my investor, I was like, nah, we can't lose this opportunity though. So me to hit my brother, I was like, hey, we have an opportunity here to kind of be, you know, and I kind of like drug everybody out of their everyday life to kind of like vest in this. You know, hey, we got to do this. Because I think Vegas in the next couple of years in this area alone is going to develop.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I just see it, and I'm just saying we're right smack dab in the middle of it, where there can be like this plaza alone has so much potential.
You have to get here early.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
you
look
gotta
how
get
far
early.
north things have already gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, just like from the M to here, like that's all developing. So when you go to the M, for those who don't know, it's like the furthest south of Las Vegas Boulevard. It's like that's where I stay at. Like when I started seeing like, I don't want to be near the Strip. I don't want to be in the north. That was just my personal wanted to do that, and seeing where there was all empty stuff. Then you seeing like complexes go up, houses go up, like all on the way here.
Yeah, and
Inspirata is
yeah.
building all the way. So it was kind of like saying, okay, well, let's do this, but like with a plan. Let's not just do this to do this. And I think everyone has to have a plan at the end of the day when it comes to like, you know, going out on a whim and just, you know, following your dreams. So that's what it was for me. And I mean, it's still a struggle to the day. You know, we're dealing with sprinklers and, you know, stuff that we got to do where there's money you got to spend that you didn't know that you were going to have to spend, but you're spending it on your business.
Investment.
It's an investment in yourself. And I always say invest in yourself. And I always tell Josh, hey, we got to do this. It's like, hey, we're investing in ourselves. It's kind of a strange communication sometimes when it's like, hey, so who's going to pay for this? You know what I mean? So we all got to be on the same
like,
page.
the whole vision was like because I used to always go to Fairfax, right?
Yeah.
To go shopping, and
Yes.
I'm like, bro, it's like
You
it's
had
so
the hundreds,
dope. Yeah,
you had
it's so dope that
Nicky
you can go
Diamonds.
to your spot, but walk right down the road and go to all these other street
Yeah.
brands. But then with this, I was like, the visions could be like us friends all working together to do events. We all go out together. We all do these things together. Like when somebody comes in here, the first thing I tell them, oh, they got the best coffee next door, and
Yes.
bro, freshest cuts next door.
Yeah, and that's it rolls on the tongue.
And I walk them right next door, and they be like, you got to go in there and look at it. You know what I mean?
And I think that's what it is, where you're building kind of a culture here, as far as like this being the Boulevard Boys, and because we're on the Las Vegas Boulevard, us building the Shack Boys culture because we're in the Shack, where we're creating the buzz daily. Like, thank God I have a weekly podcast. Thank God we could come on the Still Friends podcast, where we're promoting our business daily, whether it's through Instagram, whether it's through TikTok. You got to do the grunt. Like I remember back in the day, we were passing out flyers, you know, to go to a show. It's almost the same thing. You got to like daily have to sit there and kind of like push your business, because if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and it's going to go right over your head for that.
And look how fast it. I was here on my own for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
The coffee shop. But don't get me wrong. I would walk outside and like look around and be empty, and I'd be like, "Fuck, man."
Tumbleweed just blows across.
Yeah. So when it was Subway.
Yeah.
So when Schemos was Subway, me and my boy Ferris, we had came by and we were talking about opening something there at that point. And I ain't gonna lie, me and Ferris looked around, I was like, bro, there's no way. And I kept saying, well, Raleigh's here with honors. And he's like, no, I get that, but like even it's gonna be a tough sell. Then Schemos came aboard. Then I seen Schemos build out from Subway to what Schemos is
But
now.
with Schemos being there, he was able to create the whole cars and coffee thing on every second Sunday, which brings out 100 cars every second Sunday.
And that's just your hustler's mentality. Like when you see like, what could I do at the coffee shop? Like I think that was something that I was, we'll do like cars and coffee. Like you have to constantly be reinventing yourself for whatever's going to be around you. Whether there's a hookah shop, whether there's smoke shop, whoever's around you, you want to create that culture. Like I don't golf, but there's a golf thing over here.
Yeah.
And so I know like my boy Franny golfs, a lot of my friends golf. And if it's raining outside, hey, come to our golf thing right next. So now you're drawing business. They don't know that I'm doing that. So these are places that we talk about in rooms that people will never know that we talk about trying to promote that business, because it's like if they succeed, then we succeed. And that's all has to be the mentality throughout.
But it's kind of like snowballing now, right? You guys opened up. My friend just signed the lease today for his jiu-jitsu gym, Utmost Jiu-Jitsu. So like now it's like rolling in faster now.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Speaking about that, why don't Samoans do jiu-jitsu again? It kind of just reminds me of like Samoans didn't play quarterback or receiver, right?
Well, now you see a
we got
bunch of
2-0,
quarterbacks
we got-
nowadays.
Yeah.
We're not as flexible as the smaller species, so that's probably not why we didn't do jujitsu. Because we figured, look, we could just knock them out. So as long as we can get one good punch on them, I haven't seen too many.
What ethnicity are you,
jujitsus.
Josh?
Huh?
What ethnicity are you?
I'm Filipino.
Filipino.
You know what it is?
And that's why you're like raw jiu-jitsu, right? Bro, I seen him, that rear naked choke.
I seen that. That is instincts.
Trauma instinct.
He thought he was in Manila.
Natural reflex.
Yeah, natural reflex.
Oh,
Okay, now you gotta send me that clip so I can drop it. Then.
oh shit.
Maybe because like they don't like doing jujitsu because like all their joints are flared up already.
All gout.
All gathered out, so it's
Don't touch my joints.
you just twisted a little bit. All right, tap it out.
For one, I ain't running nowhere.
Where did the original name of the shack come from? Is that like paying homage to
So
San Francisco?
Well, I actually lived at Milpitas in the time, and it was like a ghetto ass apartment. So I'm talking roach infested and everything. Like it was just a time in my life where I just had got out jail, and then
Vacation. You got back from vacation.
Yeah, big vacation, vacation. But anyways, I was over there, and then I was cutting hair in front, like on the porch of my apartment, and then the landowner was like, "Hey, you could build something if you want onto the dirt right there, dirt patch." So I was like, "All right, cool." And there just so happened to be some pallet, rug in the back, so I just laid all that down, put the rug over it, and then, with some PCV pipes and tarp, I threw it over, made a little shack, and then ran the power through an extension cord.
All illegal, by the way.
Yeah, everything was illegal.
No building code, no nothing.
nothing. It's just got the landlord's
Cali
confirmation.
special
That's
right
it.
there.
Yeah, but I cut a lot of hair at that time, and I think it's just my friend came one time, and we were just cutting the hair, and then he's like, "Let me tag on the mirror." I was like, "Cool." So he tagged the Shack, and that's where the name came from. I said, "You know what? One day I'm gonna open up a barbershop, and I'm gonna name it the Shack."
That's dope.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told me that like a few times. I didn't listen most of the time, but this time I listened. But no, when he used to cut me up, he used to tell me like, "All right, cool. Can you hear me cut my shit? I gotta go."
What kind of clients were coming through at that time?
Oh, all my friends. So, they would come through and they would just pay me with
So
beers.
what kind of clients were coming through at that time?
In the Bay, like
kind
that
of
was the
friends
culture.
were
Though.
those?
We were
Yeah.
always getting cut in the garage or like somebody's
yeah.
house. Like we would never go to an actual barbershop.
That's the first time I got a real like razor cut
Lineup and everything?
Yeah, when I went to
Old
the Bay.
school.
I never even knew what that was before that.
Yeah, the barber culture is big
Yeah.
out there. Shout out to Bay Area Barber Brotherhood. Shout out to brother Phil Good Cuts. Like a lot of people like Phil was actually one of the first Samoan-owned barbershops in the Bay. And when we had got the idea for this, he was the first person I hit. I said, "Hey, I'm about to open a barbershop in Vegas." He was like, "Oh, people didn't know that I was." And I said, when I say I own a barbershop, it's kind of like, why would you own a barbershop? Because I wasn't in the scene, but I was telling him how it came about, and he was like, "Dude, it's a necessity nowadays. Like having a barber is necessary.
For sure.
Having a lineup is, when we do podcasts, when we do shows, and when you come to Vegas, just if you're in Vegas, people always want to look good in Vegas. So I remember people was coming to our hotel rooms spending $200 on a come to the room cut. And I was like, damn, these barbers are making a killing. So when he had told me, he was like, bro, if we open our own barbershop, everything started to come about. Yeah. The numbers started going. I was like, okay, if we could make this do right, and we're making it a destination spot, like it's the cool spot to be, like the Shack. Like we wanted to roll off people's tongues. Like we don't try to compete with any other barbershops. Like we want everybody to get, there's enough for everybody. And I think everybody eats when they come to Vegas. And I think that's the crabs in the bucket mentality that a lot of people don't have, like where it's a competition. Nah, we're the best barbershop. I don't give a fuck if you are. We're not saying we're the best barbershop. But when you come over there, we're going to have fun. We got Matty Cuts. One of our barbers was a barber that I was telling Josh, we got to have him in there.
He stayed busy too.
And
Social
because
media?
I had found him on social media. So I was like, dude, who's this Samoan kid cutting? And he had content, and the content was dope. And he was asking, oh, why do you get your hair cut? And I was locked in. And I didn't know he was in Vegas. So I was like, where's this dude at? So I just went on a cold DM and said, hey, you don't know who I am, but we're opening up a barbershop, and I think you'd be perfect for our barbershop. And I guess Matty knew who I was just from what I do. And he was like, bro, I'm there. So I was like, oh, shit. I told Josh, oh, we got Matty.
I was following Matty before I knew he was over here.
Yeah.
Just because his content is consistent.
But that's what I was telling Josh too at the Shack. I wanted our barbers to be content based barbers. Not that they had to be content-based barbers, but it helps your business as a barber. It helps the barbershop as a whole, and it helps bring eyes that don't normally would be. So when they come to Vegas, hey, I got to go to the Shack because Maddie's over there. You got Josh over here. So we want to build personalities out of all of our bars. Like we have Shane, who's, you guys just had his brother over here, is the slap champion's brother. So like everyone has a story. Like we have Jay Blursky, we have Lai who does braids, and we have Dren from the Bay. So Loso, we're starting to build the culture and what we want.
Everybody that walks in the shop with long hair, I'm like, bro, I feel like you should get braids.
Yeah.
and then I walk them next door. I get their hair braided. Like I paid for two people's hair to get braided. I said, bro, you look like you would match with braids, and I just walk them next door.
And like that was the element, like bringing Lai to the shop too. Like she's shout out Lai, she does braids out here. Like she was on Lai by Braids on Instagram, and she was braiding my brother KT's hair. And then I was like, oh, he goes, oh, I know who Lai is. So I was like, we got a braider. And she was, oh, I do dreads too. I was like, so I was thinking of the artists that I deal with, J Bug, and I do with JR from Comic Kings. Always these. So whenever any of the artists was coming to town, I sent them to Josh. So when he was at Fades of Glory at his old barbershop, they were just going to where his barbershop was at. Yeah. Now when I started putting up all the artists, like, hey, when I come to town, I got to come to the Shack. So I already knew I was going to get that from the artist part of it. So then we started saying, and then we have this whole podcast studio in the back where it was like I was doing my podcast here. It just makes sense we have it over there. Like now we're like double dipping. Now we come over here, do the podcast, go over there, do the podcast, where we're creating the culture as far as we know what we're already involved in. We have all these friends that are artists. We have all these friends that love apparel, get honor shirts. We sell, big body merch now out of the shop. So it was a no-brainer for me. And it's because I was like, if we're in Vegas and we're just looking for something to do, now we have a home. Like Honors was the home for you guys to do. Now Shack is, and we're right next door to each other. So people start to see it, and it's infectious. Entrepreneurs that are like on the fence, look at what we're doing. It's like the grand opening videos were everything.
Way easier.
It's easier to say, okay, these two motherfuckers took chances. Yeah. They're not bankrupt yet, so it must be good. Not yet.
That's why if they can do it, we can do it.
It's so much easier. Like even like my boy with the jiu-jitsu gym, he's like, wow, you guys are just there. I know I'll bring people in, and the barber shop, when people's there, they'll see the gym.
Yeah.
And then with the coffee shop and everything. And I was like, about it. It's that much easier to start something when you have, and especially it's businesses that we all knew each other coming in here.
Like Tino and Kiko's tattoo shop, they came in too. And them coming into, like, it's such a big plaza where the assemblymen and the council, like the politics of everything, when they came to the grand opening, they were like, damn, we didn't know that this. So we got into the AAPI aspect of everything. We're like, look, I'm Polynesian, he's Filipino. This could be an AAPI hub where we want to have other businesses, AAPI, because there's a lot of stuff out there that AAPIs have allotment to that they're not getting to. So that's what we're trying to get more involved with, that, like being part of the AAPI board. We're going to sit down with them and kind of see what we can do. But they were trying to talk about the more businesses we come in here with AAPI. How they have Chinatown.
Filipino towns opening up.
So they have Filipino town opening up. Why not have this be the Pacific? They didn't want to do it Polytown because polygamy and all that stuff. So we got to find another name. But it'd be dope to have Pacific Islander, town like that.
Like an islander, yeah.
First time I ever heard Justin talking about it.
He's a loss of words right now.
No, we just started getting paid by sponsors.
Yeah.
Are you being careful now?
Yeah. He's like, whoa. So
the Pacific Islander district, or
just like how Chinatown is. They want to do like a Pacific Islander town, like
the Filipino town is by UNLV, right?
Unofficial 9th Island, right? So it's unofficially the 9th Island. We've coined it that. People who came here coined it that. It's like it's not officially the 9th Island. Like, but the more we create that, shout out Sean and them doing 9th Islander, and like we're creating our own avenues and our own ways. Like we don't have to wait for somebody to make it legitimate before we can make it legitimate. We can sit here and be like, oh, this is Polytown all day, and just say it's Polytown. But then you finally start to get the assemblyman. Okay, now we're officially calling this Polytown. But that's what I'm trying to get across to entrepreneurs that are watching this. You don't have to wait for somebody to deem it what it's supposed to be. Just make it what you want it to make it.
And like I said, it's easier to move into a spot that all of us know each other.
Oh, bro. And you were the lone wolf.
Oh, bro.
Because we were shot. I was like, all right, bro. He ain't gonna make it longer than that. This is gonna be tough because
just for all alone in.
Oh, it's here all alone.
You're like this. All right, guys.
All alone in Polytown.
But my thing was like I knew when I did events, I could get people here. Yeah. So if I kept doing that and people seen that, and it was just convincing somebody else to open up And then I said, I can direct traffic to you if you open up.
Well,
So,
even
you
having
know what
Justin do his podcast here, because I went to Justin's house the first time I did his podcast.
with the waterfall.
With the waterfall, I was like, this is a nice ass pool. But then we went from there to here. It was like that showed the evolution and the growth of what Still Friends podcast was, where now you had a spot to do this, and now you catch fire with the clips and the guests and everything. So it's all evolution of everything we're doing. And I think it's just gonna just catch on like wildfire with anybody that wants to be involved with what we're doing here. We're not saying we're gonna change the wheel. We're not gonna say we're gonna reinvent the wheel. We're saying come over here, take a chance on yourself. If you're an entrepreneur looking for a spot, wanting to do it, why not get to where somebody's already building the culture where we have this whole Boulevard Boys, Shack Boys type thing. So that's why it's dope.
And there's so much people of our culture here in the city, right? That are
Looking for something.
like you said, entrepreneurs just waiting to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and don't call yourself an entrepreneur just if you're at the house too. You know what I mean? I mean that starts there, but you got to go to the next step. You got to go like you said when you had yours. I was doing mine in my brother's garage in the Bay before I moved to Vegas. I was doing Twitch content out of my brother's garage. Like you have to have a story on where you started. Because when I started in my brother's garage, I said I'm gonna have my own studio, and I don't know if it's in the Bay Area. I don't know. At the time, I was in the middle of where I want to move. It was either Austin, Texas, or Las Vegas. I'm in the entertainment industry. It just made more sense to come to Las Vegas. So when I came here, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I got to get a podcast studio. So I searched podcast studios, found Sticky Paws, and I went to them, and I was like, okay, I could do this myself.
How did you find Sticky Paws?
Dude, straight up through Google. I searched Google podcast studios in Las Vegas, and Sticky Paws was the first studio that popped up. I gave them a cold call and said, hey, I'm kind of looking for a spot to do it. I went over there, met with John Orlando and all them, and met with George and Austin, met some good friends over there, and did my podcast there religiously. Me and Westapha did Western Conference podcast there, where I started learning more of the podcast game. Okay, consistency is everything. I got to be here every week. I have to have a guest. It's not easy booking guests every week. You have to, schedule around people's schedules, scheduling around people's, livelihoods and their life.
Yeah.
So,
it's not like a schedule where it's like, oh, every Wednesday I'm going to film.
yeah. So, but see, I knew I could do that by myself.
Yeah.
I knew if I wanted to commit I could come in Wednesday and commit every Wednesday. I'm going to do a 30-minute show,
Right.
clip it up for 5 minutes, and that's what Can We Talk with Big Body Cisco came about. Not when we do Western Conference podcast, that's me and Westapha, but like it's try to like rough to kind of say, hey, these artists might be in town, they might be, but they'll be here at 2 a.m. Like, what studio is going to be open at 2 a.m.? So that even pushed me even more to kind of say, man, we need a spot where I can just go open it up and be like, hey, 2 a.m., hey, let's go from drinking and go straight to the studio and do it there. So now to have something to call my own, we could do anything we want here. We could do anything we want at the Shack and in the studio there. So now we don't have to ask permission. And it goes back to like the Dame Dash stuff with Cam is crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing I learned from Dame is to be your own boss as far as controlling your situation. When you can't control your situation as far as not being able to book a podcast studio because of they're not available, that kind of puts you behind the 8-ball.
Yeah.
So that's why whenever you want to do a Still Friends, you're here to do it. Says you guys down to do it, let's do it. But now we have free range of saying we can come in here anytime we want. We have the equipment, we have the mics, we have everything at our disposal that we didn't have, going forward. So that was something big for me to have in the Shack as well.
Just leads to more growth, right? It's an accelerator to the fire.
Yeah.
People, sometimes they get complacent, and I don't think they understand growth. I think complacency is huge in our demographic as well. Once they get complacent in where they're at and they feel comfortable, like, oh, I don't need to do nothing else. I'm cool. And maybe I just speak for myself. I'm always wanting to do more. And what can we do more in the shop? What can we do more, when I do shows, what can we do more? You know what I mean? So I'm never satisfied, but I could be complacent and be like, I could be here. But I think the more we learn, the more I could push somebody watching this right now, the more I could push us sitting here right now.
And I think that's the dopest part about us being next to each other, because I walk over next door and I told Josh this week, right? Or was it this week? I told, hey, what is your guys' slow days? They're like, oh, like usually Monday, Tuesday. I was like, bro, that should be like a content day that we just do content
Well, that's
all
what
day.
I was like. I tell them, like, so we have a meeting with our barbers tomorrow where I'm going to start to implement, you have to make your own business. Yeah. Like if you're not busy, you can't wait for a walk-in. You can't wait. Man, there's no traffic here. It's like I'm a stickler for going out and creating your business. So like I told him, hey, I'm going to get some flyers for you guys. If you guys ain't busy, go down to the South Outlets, go pass out flyers. Hey, if you guys need a cut, come see us at the barbershop. You have to get back into guerrilla marketing. You have to get back into doing your own sponsored ads as a barber. Hey, come see me at the Shack. Put like $50 behind that sponsored ad, and you'll be surprised what eyes are on you that aren't normally on you. So there's a whole plethora of things that you can do to create business for yourself. That's why when I go over there, like, I used to sell phones. I used to be a manager, people selling cell phones. And I used to walk by a kiosk and I used to manage the kiosk. People were just hanging out on their phone like, damn, it's hella slow. I'm like, you're hella slow. You over here, there's people walking by, you're not creating, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? So I would have to show and prove. So I would go like, hey, baby girl, how you doing? Like I would strike up a conversation and I'd get, well, who you got for a cell phone? So like, they was like, damn, how'd you do that? You have to implement what you're doing.
The Wolf of Wall Street scene.
Yeah. It was straight Wolf of Wall Street.
Sell me this Nokia.
And I would always tell people it was tough.
Got snake, bitch.
Yeah, you have to show and prove. Like you can't sit there and tell somebody to go do it and you don't do it. So I always try to be like, okay, let me show you this how you do it. And I'd be like, shit, I gotta go and sell this phone to somebody. And I would actually you have to make it your own. Like I would say, hey man, how you doing today? Well, you like the Niners? I see your jacket over there. So striking up the conversation starts. So like then you're dealing with people that don't really deal with personalities. You have to deal with personalities that you're used to. So it's not easy by any means, but if you want to hustle and you got to create this space for you, you gotta go look for your
It makes it that
business.
much easier when there's a bunch of you that's willing to do it, right?
You got to be around well-minded individuals, and I think that's what we're trying to build here at the Shack.
But that's what I was even telling him, bro. Like we hang out with each other. All of us hang out together in the front over here all day now.
Yeah.
Bro, we laugh all day. I was like, bro, we should be filming this.
Because you should be, and I always think you should be around well-minded people that want to do better for themselves. Yeah. If you got one person that's like, hey guys, like the snuffleupagus of everybody, get the fuck out of here. Like you're ruining our vibe. Like if you're in a room like this and you have the one guy that's just low energy, I'd be the first to be like, hey, get this motherfucker out of here. Only because he's killing the vibe of the room. And that's just, maybe that's just me. But I think if you're in a room.
Are you fucking leaving?
It's just gonna be like, "Is your boy?
Yeah,
Can I tell him to get the fuck out of
I've
here?"
done
You
it
wanna do
before. I'm like, man, what's up with you? Man, my girl left me. I'm like, oh, cool. Man, what? Man, I just lost my job. Hey, get the fuck out of here real quick. Just get out of the room. You don't got to leave the spot. Just get out of the room. Like, God damn, it just was dragging the energy out of me where everyone's life is going to be lifing. But I whether you're going to be in front of a camera, whether you're going to be talking to somebody, always be on point. I'm not always on point. I do shows all the time where I got to go on stage and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. But right when I hit the stage, it's like, it's time to go to work.
Game time, yeah.
It's game time all the time. So that's why when I'm around well-minded people like that want to hustle, is it worth it to do it for me? But if they want to be around, like it takes 1 or 2 weak links to kind of change the whole structure of the being of the shop. So that's why we always try to, like, how come you don't have all 14 chairs full? We could have had 20 chairs full. But because we're kind of handpicking people to kind of say, look, know what the culture is. We're not force-feeding anything that we're doing here. But we're trying to interview people to say, hey, look, this is what the culture we want in the shop. If it doesn't match your personality, it's probably not the shop for you. But we're always down to say, hey, try it out for a month or two. And if it's cool with you, let's do it. If it's not, by all means, you can go look for a shop that'll suit you more.
You just can't put a cat on a porch of dogs. You
No,
know what I mean?
hell no. You can't put a snack in front of a bunch of bears either. You know what I mean? Because they're all going to want that snack. But it's all mentality. It's all perspective, right?
I was trying to come up with something for
In
Josh.
the most sexist way, I agree.
Hey, Josh just won't let him leave. He'll fucking grab him from behind. Get over here.
Come here,
Get over,
bitch.
bitch.
Hey, how you doing?
Going anywhere.
What are you doing?
Is that your kid? That's my kid.
Your kid is Mark.
Call me daddy, bitch.
But we have,
You better tap.
Hey, we
we
still
had
need that
fun.
clip for the video.
They're going to put that out there for you,
Oh,
Joe.
dang, man.
What were you thinking in that moment? Like, could you take us back play by play?
So for those who don't know, I'll go ahead and brief you guys for it. We have a ring camera in the shack. So there was a customer that came in. You know, when you kind of like slap somebody 5 and they miss it, you kind of just do it. Josh missed a hug, like a whole hug. He was like, all right, and missed the hug. Oh, shit, and did that with one of our clients.
But she was already turned around, walking out.
Give me
She
a
was turning around, walking. He missed the hug and was like, I ain't gonna miss his hug. He was like, hey, where you going?
Give me a recap of like from her walking in the door, your experience, the entire experience through your eyes.
Oh, shit. Shit, man. So, actually, I was over here, and I went over there, and, shit, here we go. Are we really doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You never know what's gonna happen at the shack. That's why this went down.
But, okay, she was already there. She was getting taken care of and whatnot, but, she was just saying that she wanted to meet the guy from the Bay. And I was just like, turned around, I was like, who the you know, she wanted to meet me, obviously. So, and Lisa was like, "Hey, she's talking about you." And I got up, went over there, introduced myself, took her on the tour around the shop, and she was leaving.
What'd you think of her? What'd you think of her at the time?
Okay, she was a little baddie. She was a little
Hey, no,
baddie.
she was cute.
Yeah.
She was cute.
Oh, that's my homegirl, Leilani. Shout out Leilani,
Oh,
man.
damn it.
She's from Oakland. That's my homegirl from Oakland.
Yep.
I caught her on the way out.
As soon as we walked in, I damn, look at the cutie right there.
Now, that's
Nice
the homie Leilani, man.
body fit green dress.
Do you remember the color of the dress?
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ, Justin.
Yes, bro.
What did she have on her feet?
I don't know, but she had about
She had
like
pink drawers
I
on.
would
Wait,
say like
what?
a 34D maybe.
Only Justin. Only Justin.
Yeah, no, but then she ended up leaving. So, and then we were just chopping it up for a little bit. And went
Went in for the hug.
went in for
And
the
the hug
hug.
wasn't there.
Got a little awkward.
Did you notice her pulling away like as you were reaching in?
Did you not go slow motion?
Did you
Like,
not? Did you not notice her back was to you, or was your eyes closed?
I have
Or did
no
you notice
idea,
her
man.
back and you were like, oh.
I'm going for it.
his eyes were closed like, I love her. Like, what?
Apparently, I have a lot of awkward moments.
Josh is Mr. Awkward.
Yeah.
Did her kid say anything about it?
No.
My daddy.
On the way out, I'm telling dad.
Yeah. Sorry, like, my bad. That's the homie right here. Like, what are you talking about me?
Is she single?
I believe she is.
What up, Lay? Me too.
Oh, fuck.
We ain't got nothing going on right now.
Just Friends podcast. Come on in.
Oh,
What are we talking about? We got the 2-year anniversary coming up for the shop.
Yeah.
How many? October, what was it?
October 18 is coming up. So you got trunk or treat, vendors, including like schemos, the shack. So that's what I'm excited about. Is now we're like collectively able to do events. It's not just my 2-year anniversary. It's something that we all can do together. We all can promote.
Yeah.
We all can have like if they have vendors they want to come in, or schemos has vendors that want to come in, we can implement everybody together.
That's what's dope thing about it is like building the community. Like when we were talking about, it's a no-brainer. We know how to do events. Now we have homes to do it. We have honors. We have shack. We have schemos that are here. Like it's just going to be a domino effect going down the line where we start to have all these other businesses that may not know about, but they're like, dude, what's these guys doing? Because I think the antique shop even was like saying, hey, what do you guys do? We see all these cars. So even people that I know that live like across the street at the Manhattan or Park Avenue, like, they're like, dude, we've never seen the parking lot packed like that before.
Yeah.
And especially since we've been here, you know, our barbers are hustling. Honors has customers. Schemos killing it over there. We have the smoke shop, the hookah shop. So we're trying to make this a whole community thing where if one of us win, all of us win, because we all benefit from having our followings come over here that may not know about other businesses. Oh, I like coffee. Oh, we should go check out Schemos. You know what I mean? So
Bro, I walk them over. I think, hey, they got the best coffee. Like 2 years ago, they won. I walk them over.
Yeah, come on, let's get
Did you get a haircut? Cause come over here.
I don't even drink coffee. I started drinking coffee because of Schemos.
man.
Let me try.
I'm a connoisseur now. I'll be ordering iced latte with honey walls and fucking
Honey Walls,
cinnamon
that's a new one.
powder.
Honeywell sounds like a stripper. Hey, Honeywell.
Honey walls, yeah.
This is something you do in bed, right?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I just walk them right over. Right over there.
You got to do it, man. I mean, it's Boulevard Boys at this point. So like we're trying to get everybody. Like we're here daily. So it's like a part of, like, well, the another thing about me, I didn't want to always be home when I started doing my stuff like in the studio. I had to get away and try to, so like, you know, if I'm not traveling, I try to be here. And then Josh was like, bro, be here more. Cause I'm like, you're right. Cause I got to come into that, you know, thing, come in every day, make sure we're still building out the back where it's going to be dope, man.
It's so much easier to be creative when you're in an office space.
Oh yeah. Like
I'm
when you're at home,
surrounded by the other energy and the
Yes.
other creativity in the room, right?
and you start, like I noticed it with the barbers, like they start pushing each other because, you know, Maddie being so, you know, fluid. He's learning from me. I'm learning from Maddie, and I'm learning from a lot of people. Where he just started doing videos. He's never done videos before, and he's starting to get into that culture
deep
where.
voice on his
Fucking
one.
rear naked tutorials.
I sounded all sexy and shit.
But once you're around, you know, well-minded people like that, you start to feed off of each other's energy, and I think that's what we're doing, not just here, and I think just on social media as well too. People want to be a part of that culture. Like, hey, where you guys located? I was gonna come kick it over there. Cool, come kick it, but we want to turn kicking it into business,
Right.
into a haircut,
Exactly.
into buying something. So we have the tools of the trade. It's just a matter of getting the word out the only way we know how, through social media, through creating our business, not waiting for the business.
You know what I wanted to talk to you about? The Fiji tribute back home in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's catching a lot of flack on my Can We Talk podcast too. Beautiful show. I just the reason I had said anything about it because I was seeing the TikTok videos and the comments and stuff like that too, where I was really close with Fiji, and I think this is something that with him not even being here, this is what he's always wanted, bringing everybody together. And I think people with the live stream, they really were just bitching about the live stream. Like the live stream didn't.
What happened with the live stream for the Fiji tribute?
They didn't have a mic on the crowd. So it just sounded like it was just the one person in the crowd. So when you're watching the live stream, like he's just talking to us. Like if you had the feeling of knowing,
felt almost like a COVID show or something.
Oh, it was. It was like almost like it was off. So because we were watching the live stream in the green room, and then we'd go out to on stage, night and day. It was like the energy when you're on stage. It was like so. You heard everybody, like 30,000 people. I think
there was so much people,
bro.
Even in the park in the back.
Oh, the park had 20,000 people.
Bro.
A couple in the park had 20,000 people.
Is that because of that Aloha Media Productions company?
No, see, I don't even want to get into the Aloha Media because I think that was something that Ocean had
that
brought
shit
up. Something
crazy
about it.
back there.
But like I said, everyone's. Whether they're donating services, you get what you pay for. I don't know what the whole thing was with Aloha Media, so I won't speak on it as much. But there could have been stuff done better for the stream that would have been more enjoyable for everybody. Like slowly, as the stream started, it was real kind of like it was loading and everything. The later it got, the better it got, but the sound was still just the artist and the mic. So
but
just
the later it got, the drunker the artist got too.
Oh yeah, I mean it's it. And everyone's talking about people don't know we're mourning our brother Fiji. Like. Whether it's from Maoli, whether it's from everyone that was there, we're still in mourning. When we hit the stage, it's like
emotions.
You're so used to seeing Fiji there, and when you're singing, every song that was sung was a song that Fiji had something to do with. And there was moments that I caught myself kind of like getting emotional, like, damn, my brother's really not here. So, and when artists are humans too, so we're sitting there celebrating our brother like Polynesians do, drinking and stuff like that too. When it's our time to go, like, oh shit, So nothing against what anybody did on stage. We poured our heart out, and it was a free show. All of us artists donated our time, and you know how hard that is to get all these artists in one stage, whether we're on tour,
to Fiji though, right?
And that's for Fiji because everyone knew what Fiji meant to them, and not even the ones that weren't there. Like there was a testament. People mourn in their own way, and I think the way people mourned were. A lot of these artists that are out there, you guys don't know them personally, so you don't know how they deal with death and how they deal with. So that's all it was. Like when I talked about it on Can We Talk, it was more or less to kind of say, hey guys, you guys are trying to have negativity in such a positive light of what we try to come together. Like even the next day, we were all at Duke's in Waikiki singing "Sweet Darling" at Duke's, and just kind of like having an adult beverage there, where we're still always going to mourn our brother. Like that was probably going to be the last big show for Fiji, and I think. It did exactly what Fiji would have wanted to do: bring everybody from the islands to come. You got 20,000 people in the park. You had over 10,000 people in the Waikiki shell, and people all over the stream with like 20,000 people watching on the live stream. So it did what the purpose was there to do.
That would have been really beautiful.
Oh man,
what was the best part of the tribute?
Best part of the tribute for me personally was seeing all the boys kind of sing their favorite song. Like it was like karaoke night. Like. We weren't trying to sing it professionally. Like I was on the side singing every Fiji song that I like, but you went from old school Hawaii to new school Hawaii to like mid school Hawaii. Like you had a little bit of everything because Fiji, his career spanned over such a long time where you had people from like, Kapena and you had, Henry Kapono that was always there. So all the way to Maoli and Comic Kings towards the end, like people were celebrating his life. And people don't know that these were free tickets that we're talking about. No one had to pay for a ticket unless, it was a $5 charge for whatever it was. But at the end of the day, it was like being at a karaoke bar celebrating a lost loved one that you guys lost. Like you guys always know in Polynesian households, Filipino, Hawaiian, whenever you lose someone, you go celebrate life and eat and drink and sing songs. So it was just a bigger version of that, but with more established artists that Fiji had a hand in helping throughout his career.
Right, and each one of them, right? He had such a big part of their careers, especially early on.
Early on, later on, like you see what he did, and that to this day it gets me because that's something that we talk about on FaceTime. Whether I was at his studio here in Vegas, whenever he was in Vegas, we'd hook up and go eat good food and talk about what the state of music was at the time. There's conversations like, "What do you think about this artist? They're cool if they did this," but that's his judgment. That's his input. So when you start seeing the next generation of artists come up, is still influenced by Fiji. Because Fiji music lives forever, where you can go listen to 50th State of Mind and listen to 50 bangers from Fiji just off iTunes. So I think everything that you guys do today, where you're playing Lonely Days or you're playing Sosefina, everyone has a place and where they heard their first Fiji song. And if not, there's people that's also never heard of Fiji. Like, who is this dude that everyone's celebrating? Now you're getting new ears. You're getting, people that, African Americans, you're getting white people, you're getting all these different people that are like, I need to know who this dude Fiji was because he's being celebrated so big. And now they're like, damn, this was Fiji? I'm seeing those videos, and those are the videos that are making me smile like, damn, it's cool that even posthumously, Fiji still has an effect on people listening to his music. That's dope.
Man, I always fuck that word up.
Posthumously?
Yeah, that was very
I don't even know what it means.
You like how that just rolled off, don't it?
I didn't know it was in the
after
dictionary.
death. Like, I don't even know what that word
I would love to see him
Could have
read
just said
the word.
that.
He did. That's what it means.
You could have just said it the way everybody else is going to understand
That's
it.
how
on this
everyone else
podcast.
says it.
Everybody watching this podcast is going to say after death.
I
They're like,
guarantee
posthumously.
you. Please
So
show.
you know what posthumously means? Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about.
I'm pretty sure everyone over like an 8th grade level knows.
I don't know what school you went to, but
Just as bad as your school. I'm sorry. Shout out to Cal though, bro. 70-0 over HPA. They got some dogs on that team.
who is the other team?
HPA, Hawaii Preparatory Academy.
I never heard of them.
Their tuition's like $30,000 a year.
But their football team sucked.
No, they got some big white boys on there, but our team's just killing it this year.
Stop hyping your team up, Justin.
I'm just saying they're good right now. Like,
And
we
the
got a
best
great coach.
are Justin's old football videos. We need more of that, Justin. Those are the best with the big neck roll. Like, look at Justin over there killing them motherfuckers over there.
Josh, when did you start cutting hair?
Oh shit!
He changed the subject so fast. He changed the subject so fast.
Wow, Josh.
Oh shit!
I didn't even get to talk about his weight. And he changed the subject.
That was pretty good. That's a veteran podcast toast right there.
So Josh.
Like how I do with Samoa.
Yeah.
So.
Where do we get these kids from?
But Josh.
But Josh.
I was 11 years old when I started cutting hair.
On yourself? Other people?
No, actually, I would help out my pops with his hair, and then actually started off like it kept going and going, and then I just got good, and it was actually flat tops. So if you don't know,
Isn't a flat top hard to do?
Yes,
Man,
so I
every
am a
Filipino
master
had a flat
at
top
it.
when I knew in the Bay.
Hell
From
yeah.
RPD to Vigilante to RP.
Is that a flat top with bangs and a tail?
I had that, bro, growing up. I had the tail on the back.
I knew it. You didn't have to say it and I knew it.
Ow.
Yeah, I mean, I like that's my favorite is haircut. I nail those like straight hair, flat top, looking like Guile from Street Fighter. Like,
I'm gonna have to grow my hair out to see if he can give me a flat top.
I'll give you a nasty flat top, bro.
We don't have to do flat top just to do it now.
I gotta try to grow.
I
my
might
hair
not
out.
know what a flat top is. What's a flat top?
It's just
Flat top is just like
Guile.
Like literally, you put a leveler on there and it'll be
How do you do that?
clipper of a comb. But
All right, yeah.
So you
they
gotta,
had the
like-
big comb too that you had to do it through.
yeah,
You have to like actually like shape it like it's like freehanding it basically.
yeah.
Isn't it isn't that like a military cut?
Yeah,
Yeah, flat top. Yeah.
And there's all kinds too, where it's like short in the back. You literally just run a clipper straight down, bald, and then you could do a horseshoe. Like I'm a very traditional old like barber, so I do all those old school haircuts. Like I master those like pompadours. I came from Good Times Barbershop. Shout out Good Times.
Not the
Barbershop.
pompadour though.
Yeah, the pompadour.
What's a pompadour? I'm not even sure.
Well,
It's
when you
like-
see it, put the picture here on our clip.
It's like a
Power of post production. This is a pompadour.
the Elvis type of haircut where it's
Okay.
pumped
That
up
thing
and then it goes back, slick back.
He said pump up and then adore. This is a pompadour.
Yeah.
How would a flat top? Because I got like weird hair. I got giddies all over the place. How would you do a flat top in that situation?
So it's a lot. Like you just it's a lot with the blow dryer, and just blowing it up. Your hair would just be like a freaking poodle, and then I just shave the sides, and then get that straight on the top.
Because as a barber, you got to deal with many different styles of hair, like black hair, Asian hair, poly hair,
yeah.
white hair,
Yep.
all hair.
What
course
is
hair,
the
they call
hardest
it.
hair?
Come on, man.
Don't get Justin
We doing that
started.
bullshit.
Don't get Justin started. You just heard in the tone. Come on, man.
So you got very coarse hair, right? Which is
Yeah, what
you know,
kind of
black
hair is
hair,
that?
right? And then you got straight hair, and then there's that middle one where it's like curly but straight.
Yeah, that's the
feel me?
hardest, right?
That's the hardest.
Because I heard that was
one.
the hard, like even like poly hair, like because my hair is really curly.
Yeah.
But then when people comes like, how do you want it? Oh, I just want like a fade or a taper over here, like so like you got to change with the times. Like, what did you always get your hair cut like that, Justin?
I've been cutting my hair since I was like
Really?
a little
Cut
kid,
your
yeah.
own hair?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
But
Well, let's take a look.
Like, it's not good.
That's a flat top.
Well, it's just
It's
not
almost
flat.
like a flat
It's
top.
close to it.
It's like a round top, but
But you did
but
that.
you close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the sides is exactly how it looked, but I would just go over there and make that top hella flat,
like a landing strip.
yeah, like a landing
Yeah.
stripper.
I gotta just go get my hair cut, I think, sometime.
You gotta
Yeah.
get-
I've-
Oh,
it's
I
get
can
that
go
landing
barbershop
strip
next
right
door.
yeah.
But
do
you've
you
always had a bald head, Raleigh? Always.
Pretty, yeah. Pretty.
When you
Out of-
decide,
Out of curiosity, why don't you do it yourself?
I ain't cutting my own hair.
'Cause I buy clippers for like $30. It lasts for like 2 years.
Because it experience. Like you go in there,
I've
you
been
get
doing
the
it
hot
since I
towel.
was
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Josh doesn't give fucking wet willies, which I don't know why not. You know what I mean?
Wait, what? Like,
Fucking the massage,
something
the
you're
neck,
missing?
massage the head, wet willy ear.
The ears.
but being in a barbershop is an experience. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's definitely experience. You're paying for the experience.
Like when I went, like I said, when I went
kind
to
of
the
like a
Bay,
massage parlor, right?
yeah,
yeah.
you get what you pay for.
Yeah. But that's
Well,
like
find out a haircut.
Sometimes
You'll
you
get
get a
a
little bit more if
the
you
first
like
time I went to a barbershop in the Bay and I got that full service,
Full, yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know, like the hot towel.
But I was going for like when
massage and-
Supercuts was $8 and my parents would take us before school. I'm like, I don't want no.
Yeah, so I came
Supercut
from
haircut.
Supercuts, and then I went to the
$8.
Bay, and then got a real like
Yeah.
service, and I was like, "Geez, is this what it's like?"
When I sat in a barber chair, like not a Supercuts chair, but when I sat in a barber, like, oh, I need to get this all the time. Like, and it always made you aware of like how you looked. You know, you
Yeah.
wanted your hair to look a certain way. Like my parents used to just grow our hair out because we couldn't afford haircuts, and she's like, "Oh, get an $8 haircut at Supercuts." But then when it was growing, it was like then you get like ukus and you're like, "Oh, I gotta cut it all off now, mom." So it's just the evolution of getting our haircuts came from always wanted to be presentable for me at least.
that,
It
and
was
that
like getting-
razor, the edge, and all
Oh
that.
man, like
that was like a
when you
game
start
changer
learning
for
about
me.
lining up and getting your the lineup, and I was like, oh damn, I gotta have. And it's crazy because when you line it up, that's the first thing to grow back. So barbers got it made because when they get a nice, fresh, crispy line, 3 days later it's already gone. So you got to get another one. So I think that was another thing that made me want to say barbershop's a necessity as far as being a business. Everyone is always.
I've been cutting my hair every Friday since I was like high school, maybe middle school.
Yeah, I think now I get it. Josh is my barber twice a week because I
Twice a
get
week.
cut in the middle of the week to do a podcast.
I said twice a week.
Every Wednesday, Friday.
Because I'm the walking billboard for like my barber. So like barber. When I have one in the Bay, is like you don't want to cheat on your barber. It's like cheating on your girl. That's the severity.
That's all right, though, right? I'm sorry. Just
Jesus Christ. But when Josh like cuts my hair too, like people will tell you from Boog to jail, whenever we travel out of the country, haircuts are like, oof, we don't know if we trust the barbers. Like we've had some really messed up barbers.
When you're out of your city and you
Yeah.
have to go to a barber, what do you look for in that barber?
I see
IG.
if any. Well, IG now you have the accessibility to IG, but I asked my friends that been in the area before, who's a good barber? Because one of them got fucked up before realizing who was good. So like we go to San Diego, we know what barber to go in San Diego.
I had a barber everywhere
We
I go to.
Yeah,
Like-
every city we go to, we have, and that's the joy of having a barber brotherhood.
And that's the
because
first thing
people
you
know.
do when you land is you go get a fresh haircut.
When people land in a new city, especially Vegas, they're like, dude, I need a good barber.
Yeah.
So that's why it was another reason like the Shack like works for us. Because anytime that somebody comes in town for a festival or for a show, hey, anybody know any good barbers? Shit, we got a barbershop.
Especially when you're traveling, you don't want to cut your hair before you leave and then it's growing
And
out.
then it grows out, yeah.
So you want to cut it, get a freshie when you get
Oh, we
there.
got a regimen where Wednesdays I get cut before the podcast and Friday
Freshie?
before I
I
leave.
like that. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, refreshy. Yeah,
Freshie?
we'll get that in there. But
The fresh.
everywhere you go, there's always a dope barber. You just got to go look for them and know because I'll hit Boog or hey, who's a good barber here? Oh, here's their contact, and you always keep their contact because it always says barber in San Diego or barber. So barber is a necessity, not just in Vegas, just anywhere you go.
What do you think is the most important skill for a barber to have?
Well, fading, all that, everybody knows how to fade. If you're a barber, you know how to fade. You know how to cut hair. I think it's the talking to the clients, getting in tact with the clients, being So that what they say about barbering, and they say that like it's what is it, therapy? It's real.
Oh no, that's real.
That's real game.
Therapy with your barber is like everything. Like people, that's their getaway.
If you want to know what's going on,
Yeah.
ask your barber because
Yeah.
she'll fucking
Bro.
probably know what's going on.
It's very mentally ill too, like because like you'll have somebody come in happy as shit, it's his motherfucking birthday, and then you know you're on that hype mode. Now all of a sudden somebody just came in and then they broke up with their girl, so you gotta adapt to that too. You know,
It's
you'll-
therapeutic almost. It's like it's almost like therapy.
That's where the wet willy comes into play.
But it's like how women go to hair salons and
Wait, so why not get like a sociology or psychology degree and just double up at the same time?
hey, that might be
Therapy
double
plus
trouble.
haircut.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Double trouble.
Yeah.
Because you're just dealing with now you're just dealing with barbers with trauma. You're like, well, you telling me he went through trauma too?
Everybody just trauma dumping on you. You go home and shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
I done dealt with 3 breakups today.
God damn it!
My boy's girl cheated on us.
On us.
It's me too. I'm dealing with this shit.
For real.
That's tough. Sounds like a lot of shit.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to, when you go home, radio off and just
Zone out. Yeah.
quiet. I don't want to hear shit.
Oh, yeah, I hope she doesn't press charges for me choking her.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What about like I don't see like not everybody knows how to do like shears, right?
Yeah, so technically, so that's the thing. So like we came up with a new thing, bro. Like right now, the Shaq and all the Shaq boys right now, we're like the 2014 Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
I tell you, the chemistry is crazy. So like we were coming up with ideas to make us better, so we could all be aligned and all be professionally like, you know, equal.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, you know, getting professionals in and teaching, and so that way everybody like, you know, covers up their regions where they need to be covered up, like for shears and you know, like shears, that shear game, like getting somebody in to teach it so that everybody can be aligned and then learn it, master it, and then get somebody else in.
Yeah, that's normally on the shop too. You want to bring a professional in to kind of teach the shop if they're you know brush up on their shear game or like because I used to go through this where my ex was a hairstylist and they used to pay for classes and barbers would pay to come sit into the shack and watch this professional do like a certain shear
Like
or whatever
a seminar
it is.
type of thing almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, but now you're just adding to your repertoire as a barber because okay, now I know how to do that. But that's on the shop to kind of bring that culture of making you better as you go along.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's dope.
pretty
It's a
cool.
culture.
Yep.
I had no idea there was this like whole subculture of
Bro,
barbershops.
there is a whole barber.
Oh, it's
culture.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like they're going to a barber expo this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
That Floyd Mayweather's hairstylist puts
Jackie.
together.
Yep.
I went to
Jackie
a few
Starr.
barber battles. Like everybody's like, oh, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck did?
Yeah,
what just
no
happened?
clue what
I
what's
had
going on. I'm
no
like,
idea
yeah,
what just
it's cool.
happened. What-
But it's a culture. The Bay Area. I mean, not just the Bay. The barber culture is huge. Like just to kind of see where like everyone in Vegas needs a barber.
Yeah.
As far as male, even females too. Does it females coming in faded up
Is
too?
that
with
a
those-
butchie?
Yeah, well, sometimes the feminine, butchy, low
Don't go
fade,
together.
insecure. No,
Stud.
The show.
stud.
The stud, the stud.
What's the most popular haircut in 2025?
Shit. Man, these kids are doing this thing where it's like a Edgar haircut. It's like floofy and just getting the taper on the sides right here. It's like literally covering their bangs. Most hated haircut, man. So,
But you got to do it.
yeah.
What's wrong with
You
them?
gotta
Why
do
do
what it do.
Is it every ethnicity, every background's getting it?
Yeah.
They're getting that, or they're getting the poly
The
mullet
burst.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the burst.
Oh,
Is that what
yeah.
it's called?
Yeah, it's called a burst. Like rugby player burst.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a whole, like almost like a mullet.
Yeah.
And they just shave the sides.
It's
and
like a
have the
dirty
whole
mullet.
thing. Yeah, party in the front. No, party in the back.
Party in the
Business
You can
in
back.
have a
front.
party wherever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know. I've been catching up with my barber culture and my coffee culture.
Yeah, see? You got to be well versed.
You ever seen the people that ride the horses, but they got a pole on it? It's like, anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh
Absolutely
no,
not.
the fake horse.
Yeah, like the fake horses, and they just run and like they jump over the.
Bro, they have like
actual
full on
horses.
like competitions for that
Where did that even come from?
I was just thinking about,
culture.
yeah, some cultures, and like that's the first thing that popped into my head was these people that just like run, like, jump
Bro,
over the
she's like
side and
jumping
shit.
over the. I seen that.
And
I
they
seen
talk
that.
about like all these motivational speeches and shit about like how you gotta be the best. You gotta put the work in, and
Lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. That's the first thing that
you
came to
literally could not make that horse drink water at all. You ever seen the people that wear like the hard plastics on their knees and stuff? They're like furries at the same time though, so they have like the full on costumes.
Oh shit! That's
Those are some of my favorite people.
Subcultures.
Before we get out of here, plugs, guys.
The Shack. I mean, come October 18th to the truck or treat that we have over here too. But if you guys are ever in Vegas, look us up, the Shack LV on Instagram and on TikTok. You got a plethora of barbers that we have here that can do from braiding to blowouts to
Chokeholds.
rear naked chokeholds. But I mean, that's pretty much what we do. I do Can We Talk, a new episode every Friday. Can We Talk with Big Body Cisco on the Western Conference YouTube page and on all podcast platforms. And yeah, man, it's just come check out the Boulevard Boys over here. We got more businesses coming. And if you're a business and you're looking for a spot, come be a part of the culture right over here. We'll get you in contact with the right people and let's build this whole plaza out. But anything you guys need from us, social media, what's your social media handle?
Joshua J. The Shack.
Joshua the Shack, Big Body Cisco on anything and everything, and the Shack LV on everything else too.
Plugs.
Finley Toyota, go buy yourself a Tacoma. 2003,
Good old
brand new.
Yoda.
See brother Remington over there. He got you.
Check it out. Remington's got fat deals over at Philly Toyota.
Come on the discounts.
Still Friends Show on YouTube. Subscribe on Instagram. That's it for me. See you guys next time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.